Heritage Auction Galleries is proud to be offering the More Fun Comics number 101, certified by CGC at 9.6. Not only is this the highest graded copy of this book, it also features a double cover. I mean, how cool is that? The outside cover is a 9.2. It's a beauty in its own right. Now, for most collectors, More Fun, they would wonder, well, what's so special about this issue? And you can't tell from the cover because he's not there, but this is also the very first appearance of Superboy. We might say, Superboy? Well, hasn't Superman been around since 1938? Well, that is true, but they decided not to go with the younger version until much later. Jerry Siegel, as early as 1938, tried to propose they use Superboy, but they waited until 1945 to actually premiere the issue. Now, there is some conjecture as to how the story came around, whether Siegel and Shuster were actively involved or some of the studio people were, but it's safe to say without Siegel and Shuster, Superboy wouldn't be here, regardless of who may have actually done the story. And ironically, this is the last appearance, features the last appearance of another of Jerry Siegel's creations, the Spectre, who began in issue 52, and this being the 50th and last appearance of the Spectre in this particular issue. Now, what I like about the Superboy story is he's about 8 to 10 years old. When I was growing up, Superboy was a teenager. He had a girlfriend. He was just a junior version of Superman, and occasionally there'd be a Super Baby story. But these mid-40s Superboy stories, when he's about 8 to 10 years old, offer a different insight into Superboy than you'll find in anything from basically the last 50 years. More Fun is also one of the hardest superhero runs at DC to put together. I looked up some numbers before I came here, and the same month, Batman 27, CGC has certified 76 copies. Superman from this same month, Superman number 32, they'd certified 64 copies. But only 32 copies of this book have been certified. And you know, that's not even entirely fair, because most keys from the Golden Age, they certify them regardless of the condition. If you looked up the numbers for most of the More Funs around the same period, there are 10 or fewer certified copies in existence of any of these More Funs from that time period, which shows you how tough More Funs generally are to collect. This is absolutely the nicest copy you're ever going to see of this book, and you can't do any better than More Fun 101 in 9.6.